Do you like to work out? Do you like to live healthy? Do you actually like to eat healthy? Well, this product right here is where you can get your Mad Macro on. See, it's about life against the grain, and I have here the CEO, inventor, and owner, Jason Seguin, who is a part of Mad Macro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I was working out at LVAC. I got one of those pamphlets. It tells you all the benefits of what you get with your membership, and I said, Mad Macro? Now my trainer keeps telling me, you gotta eat your macros, and I'm like, what are macros? So I got a hold of Mad Macro, and Jason filled me all in about macronutrients. Now, before we go into the incredible things that they have, we're going to talk about the cereals and the bars and all that good stuff. Let's kind of talk about Jason. Now, Jason, when did you come to Las Vegas?
I came here in 2006.
And why did you come to Vegas?
I've been a professional poker player the last 10 years.
Professional poker player? Now, I don't think these are valuable at all, but I figured since we're at a poker table and we got some chips, we might as well talk about that. Now, being a poker player in Vegas, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's definitely a different way to make a living, so.
Can I see your poker face?
I don't know if I really have one.
No. Okay. Because Lady Gaga, poker face, that was in. Now, when you're playing poker, you got to sit at the table for hours on end. 8, 10, 12. What's the longest you've ever sat playing poker?
I mean, back when I was young, I'm not young anymore, but, 20 years ago, I probably did like 3 days at the poker table.
That's insane.
But those days are gone.
And so you're a health guru also.
Yeah, it was just kind of something I kind of fell into, when you're traveling around, you're in casinos, you're sitting around a lot, and it's like, I try to get up and walk around quite a bit every, 15, 20 minutes stretch and not just sit there.
Losing circulation in your legs and all sorts of, dehydration.
Absolutely.
So how did you kind of further your education and knowledge about wanting to be healthier?
Well, I just kind of came across CrossFit about 2012, and I started that, and everyone kind of was doing, I heard from paleo diet, and all these people started doing that, and I was just like, what is that? And then I just kind of bought some books and did some research on paleo, and it just made sense to me. It just seemed, that was the right way to do things, and
interesting.
I just kind of did that and just been totally hooked on it since, and it's been great.
So can you kind of explain to anyone out there that do not know about paleo what it is all about?
I mean, paleo is short for Paleolithic, obviously. So, it's, foods that we ate as like hunter-gatherers. But, obviously this is the modern time, so we're not going to be, foraging in our backyards and stuff like that
it's kind of like
foods.
The caveman diet.
Absolutely.
That they call
it. It's basically no grains, hence the name Life Against the Grain. Just eating, grass-fed meats, wild-caught salmon, lots of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, and just no processed foods, no, vegetable oils, corn oil, using a lot of coconuts.
When did you have time to play poker and then educate yourself about the paleo diet?
You can read a lot, like while playing poker. There's a lot of downtime in between hands, so
I like that.
A lot of different stuff.
So what were the first things that you tried out in your paleo diet that you were kind of like, I like this, and this is making sense to me?
First, I've always been into food, so for me it was pretty easy. It wasn't hard to, go to grocery store and read the labels and cook. I've always loved cooking, so for me it was a real easy transition to do food prep and stuff like that.
Something came along where you magically came up with...
Well, I came along with the Mad Macro bars just because, again, traveling a lot, you're in airports and stuff like that, and you're at the poker table, and there's just not a lot of great food choices in a lot of different places that you're in, and and if you want to stick to a healthy diet and eat well, then you have to kind of be prepared and pack some meals with you, and that's kind of how the bars came along. I would just make them, pack them, and take them with me. And
interesting. So from there, you kind of learned about it, educated yourself, and then you came up with some formulas, you invented some bars, you really liked it, and then before you know it, all your friends wanted them. Every single one of them. They're like, Jason, where's my bars?
Yeah, I have a lot of people come up to me a lot of times because they know,
a lot of your poker buddies.
A lot of poker people, especially. Yeah. That's kind of where I've mostly been because I'm there all the time playing poker. So everyone kind of knows, like, Jason's fit or he knows what he's talking about. So they kind of come to me and ask me, some nutrition questions or, I have a ton of poker player friends that, buy my products and
You never thought this would be a business, though.
No, it was never intended that way. It was always
Wow.
just to kind of just, eat healthy and share that with my friends and family. And just there was a lot of people really loved it. So it just kind of...
Let's educate people about the macro. Now, I love the name, but where does macro come from?
Well, macro is short for macronutrients, and your macronutrients are your fats, your carbohydrates, and your proteins.
Okay.
And basically is the balance of what you want to eat them in. And typically most people eat a very high carbohydrate diet and high sugar, and paleo is kind of the exact opposite. Paleo is getting your energy from the fats, from the good fats like walnuts, pumpkin seeds, collagen proteins, things like that. But we definitely want to go low in sugar, high in protein, and high in fat.
And it's not only the bars, which we have 4 flavors here. They're amazing, but you also have cereal. Now, how did that kind of come across where you said, okay, I'm going to jump and do this now?
Yeah, I just felt like, the bars was just something at first, and then it just really kind of like disturbs me to walk through the grocery aisle and see all the stuff out there that they try to say is healthy for kids to eat.
You seem very passionate about wanting to help people and educate them, which what I love about madmacro.com is, it's a blog, and then they're also informative. So it's not only what's in the food, but they also do a lot of events. So they do a lot of marathons, and then they're also over at LVAC, and they do a lot of testing and demo and stuff like that. So that's something that you really, really are, and I'm intrigued about, because you're so in depth with the community. And not only that, but you want to help people. And it's not just selling your products, which at the end of the day it is, but you want to go beyond that, which is interesting in an entrepreneurial aspect.
Yeah, because, for me it started out, it was never intended to be a business. I never sat at home and thought like, oh, I want this to be this huge business and I just want to make tons of money, because I think when you have that mentality, you really lose the quality of the product. And for me, it was about, educating people about paleo, because I think it's just a great way to live your life and a great way to get healthy. And it's great to hear stories from people to come up to me or send me an email and say, hey man, your bars really helped me. I lost some weight. I'm feeling great, and those are a big part of the reason why I do it, and I love that.
And I will say that I have been eating Mad Macro for about a month now, and I just love it. I have a bowl of the cereal, and then when I'm driving to the gym, I'll have a bar, and I don't feel crashed in the middle of the afternoon. I don't feel that I don't get a headache, or certain things in bars and cereal I kind of have to be leery about. And so that's one thing that Jason has kind of informed me about living a paleo lifestyle. And one thing that's great is every month he's going to come on and he's going to give informative news and details about paleo lifestyle, about Mad Macro news, where they're going to be and locations and events. So let's start talking about the good stuff that's in these bars. Now they have protein brownie, they have cocoa moco, pumpkin spice, and my favorite, wali nana. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Walnut banana.
So can you kind of tell me what is in these bars?
Well, basically they're all kind of the same ingredients. So they're all made with tahini, which is ground sesame seeds. There's pumpkin seeds, there's walnuts, there's collagen protein, there's Himalayan pink salt. And then each one kind of has their own. The coffee one has, coffee crystals in it. The chocolate brownie has the cacao in there for that flavoring. The walnut banana has some dried banana powder. And then the pumpkin spice has a pumpkin pie spice in it. So
good. And one thing I want to tell you guys is that if you go to madmacro.com, if you order a box of the Mad Macro bars, and if you mention Geek in the promo code, you are going to get a free cereal bag. So that's one thing that they're offering that you don't want to miss out.
Also 25% off if you use Geek.
Look at that. And they have swag and all that stuff. And I will tell you, I love these sweaters, the tank tops, the hats. Madmacro.com has changed my life. I absolutely love it. It's a part of my lifestyle. And I hope you guys are more intrigued about it, wanting to learn more. And just what is about that paleo diet that everyone is just giving a hoot about? Now, I know I've heard about Crazy Fit a lot. Are you going to be competing in any of those Crazy Fit competitions they have going on?
I don't know. Probably not. I'll definitely like to get out there and sponsor them, but I'm not too, I like kind of just CrossFit, and I kind of like Olympic weightlifting. Those are the kind of things, or just getting out to Red Rock and hiking.
And to all the Mad Macro sponsored athletes out there, I want to give a shout out to all of them. So don't be afraid to follow them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well. Can you give out those social media names? Yeah,
like us on Facebook at Mad Macro, also at Live Mad Macro on Twitter and on Instagram. we'll be doing a lot of promotional stuff this month and a lot of giveaways. So if you want to like us and follow us, we want to give a lot of stuff away, and we have a lot of great things coming up this month. So check us out.
And you know, one thing I think that would be cool, Jason, is that next time you're on the show, you should give some poker tips. Anybody out there that's interested in playing poker, not that Vegas doesn't have any of them, I think they'd be interested in knowing some of your secrets.
Yeah, maybe. Mad Macro is a big part of being a good poker player. So.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right, well, Life Against the Grain. Follow madmacro.com. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Geeks Are Sexy.